You've been making this in Tennessee from the beginning. Whiskey is pretty popular. It's actually the leading brand for Brown-Forman. What do you attribute that to, the increase in sales that you've seen?
Well, I mean, American whiskey is sort of undergoing a bit of a renaissance at the moment. I think it's really because it's so crazy out there. People are sort of wanting something real. And if there was ever a real beverage alcohol, it's whiskey. Made from real trees, it's made by real people, it comes from a real place. And I think American people and others around the world just crave something that's real and authentic. And Jack Daniel's 150 years old, it's real and authentic.
So you recently came out with some new flavors. There's fire and there's honey. The sales tracking well in Brown-Forman's last earnings report. Were you surprised by the success of those flavors?
We were a little, yeah. I mean, Tennessee Honey's now only 5 years old, and already it's been incredibly successful. It's our most successful ever new brand launch. And then Tennessee Fire is only 2 years old, and it's tracking somewhat similar. So yeah, we're thrilled with it. So very much looking forward to watching those two brands continue to grow.
So how long does the whiskey sit in here, and then how long does it take to get in that bottle behind you?
Yeah, well, you know, it varies. Unlike Scotch, which generally you have an age statement on Scotch, Jack Daniel's does not have an age statement. We say it's ready when it's ready. And so we have a master distiller and a team of tasters. So somewhere more than 4 years, less than 6 years generally, it'll be ready, and it'll come out of these barrels and into these bottles and sold around the world in 170 countries now around the world.
For those looking for a new job, what are the qualifications to be a team of testers? What kind of skills do you need for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually quite interesting. You have to have pretty astute sensory skills. So we have ways of both training and also screening for who has the ability to discern the different tastes in whiskey. So we have a team of about 12 now in Lynchburg, who we would say are qualified tasters who are able to say that whiskey's ready or it's not ready.
So you guys will be doing all sorts of events to celebrate 150 years. I know, for instance, you're going to have pop-up distilleries around the country. So what is involved with that?
Well, I mean, the idea behind it is, have you ever been to Lynchburg, Tennessee?
Sadly, I've not, but I will definitely make a trip. Hopefully in this big, giant bus behind you.
Luxurious. But what we say is, if you come to Lynchburg and spend a day with us, then you're going to fall in love with Jack Daniel's. And so the pop-ups are all, you know, only 300,000 or 400,000 people a year can get to Lynchburg. It's pretty remote. So we take Lynchburg to you. And so the pop-ups are all about replications of the distillery and the little town of Lynchburg in metropolitan markets around the world. So that's the idea, take Lynchburg and the distillery to our consumers around the world.
You have on this bus a statue, and also on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange is a statue of Jack Daniel's. So what do I need to know about him?
Jasper Newton Daniel, known as Jack. Well, I mean, the reason we're celebrating 150 years this year is Jack registered his distillery in 1866. So at a young age, he went into the town of Nashville, he registered the distillery, the first distillery ever registered in the United States. And from that day forward, you know, Jack Daniel's has become what it's become. But he was a character. He stood 5'2", never married, died in his 60s, and there's lots and lots of stories about Jack and what he used to do in Lynchburg, and it's part of the reason and the lore behind the brand is the mystique around the man Jack himself. So yeah, we bring statues of him all over the place, and people like to talk to his statue for some reason, sit with him. And so, yeah, that's Jack. He's on the New York Stock Exchange today.
So you've got quite a history. Now, for some practical questions, does it matter to you if it's straight up on the rocks, Jack and Ginger, Jack and Coke? Any of this matter to you?
No. I mean, however a consumer would love to enjoy our product. I mean, the number one called cocktail in the world is Jack and Coke. So Jack's been, and American whiskey in general is much more mixable than Scotch. No, we have no, if you like Jack in any way you like it, smooth sipping or drinked mixed, have at it.
Mark McCallum, it's been fun hanging out with you this morning in your whiskey van here on Wall Street. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Rhonda. Nice to meet with you.